Welcome to Jurassic Park.
I ended up hating Palworld. At first, I liked the game, it was quite fun, the game loop was pretty fun in my opinion. You went out, you explored this world, and then you capture these weird looking creatures that look like basically Pokemons. You came back to your base, you continue to build your base, the requirements to build your base and to craft your components that you needed for this base or for your tools were pretty reasonable, so it was a fun experience. But whenever you are asked to start building with plasteel, etc., it's at that point when everything goes downhill. It all starts with plasteel, and from now on, everything is a shit show. The game becomes an absolute grindfest, mindless grindfest, so fucking bad that I just ended up hating this stupid game. No joke, I just don't even want to see this piece of shit anymore. Like I said, the game loop at first was decently fun. The game reminds me a little bit of the Digimon World games. Sadly, that part of the game is the least that you're going to be doing in this stupid game. Most of the time you're going to be grinding and crafting shit. Catching pals feels rewarding, the mounts are useful and are cool to use, but that's pretty much all the good things that I can say about this game. Because there are plenty of bad things and not all of them are outrageous, and I was willing to overlook everything that I am going to tell you right now. I was willing to overlook. For example, there is no climate change, there is no weather system, not even a little bit of rain, no background music. Sometimes this is better in my opinion, but there is barely any ambient sounds in this game. Building is quite limited and sometimes it can be annoying to build things. Pals don't evolve, there are no evolutions, there is no mini-map. This is terrible in my opinion. The optimization, especially in dungeons, leaves a lot to be desired. The AI pathing is fucking atrocious. You constantly have to resummon your creatures because they are stuck on a fucking tree or on a fucking rock or basically everywhere. They get stuck everywhere. The aggro mechanics are sometimes pretty dumb. Sometimes you're fighting a pal and then all of a sudden random pals around you start to aggro onto you for some fucking reason, even though they are not even the same species. In my opinion, this game has very limited replay value. The base upgrades are not global, meaning that you can actually be stuck if your requirements to upgrade to the next level of your PAL bases, one is on base A and the other requirement is on base B, the game doesn't take into account that you already built those two requirements, but those two requirements are on different bases. So basically every time you need to level up your bases, you need to build the requirements on a single base, otherwise you can be trapped with this stupid retarded system. There is no voice acting, not even little sounds like old school games whenever dialogue was appearing on the screen, like nothing like that. Very lazy. Dungeons suck, they are bare bones, they are fucking lame. The towns are the same, they are static, they are pathetic, they are small, and they are pretty dead. The main quest is just shoved in. I don't understand what is even the point of this game having a main quest. It doesn't even make sense. It's basically just there. It's uninteresting, it's uninspired, it's fucking trash, it's just shoved in. Flying mounts are completely overpowered and they basically outclass every other type of mount. But all of this that I just mentioned, I was willing to overlook. I was willing to give this game a chance and to give these developers a break, because they are indie developers, and also because the game was pretty fun at the beginning. But once these motherfuckers started to abuse me with their stupid recipes and the stupid grind, this is when I said, no, you know what? This fucking game actually fucking sucks. And now, if you're going to abuse me with your stupid recipes, I'm going to abuse you back with my review. So enjoy the abuse. Now, this is the bad stuff. that really, in my opinion, breaks this stupid game. For starters, there are timers on bosses. I don't understand, or maybe I do understand why they put these fucking timers on every fucking boss in this game. So basically, essentially, if you don't beat the boss before the timer runs out, then you lose the battle. So basically, every boss fight in this stupid game is a DPS check. And why do you think is that? It's because they want to force the player into grinding. That's the only purpose of that stupid fucking timer. That's it. And this, in my opinion, hurts the game experience really bad. They have this huge boss battle that is completely bad designed. It's a complete aberration. It's a fucking abomination of a boss battle. The boss battle with Pantalos. And basically to have an easy time with this fight, you actually have to overlevel this motherfucker. You have to boost your pulse either with souls or with condensing or with breathing or some sort of stat bloating in your pulse. Otherwise, the guy is probably going to one-shot you constantly and you're going to have a bad time. This boss battle is, in my opinion, really bad designed. And of course, the fucking grind. Fortunately, there is a slider that you can use. There are like 2 sliders or 3 that help you with the grind, with the gathering of materials. That's not really a problem and can be annoying, but since you can actually just move the settings, it's fine. The real issue, and this is the purpose of this video, is the fucking recipes. I hate these stupid recipes, and there is a very easy way to solve this problem. You just need to add a slider to allow us to customize how much items each recipe requires. With a slider like that, it will be really easy for a player to decide how much grind he wants to do, because you can opt in or out with the gathering, but you can't opt in or out of the stupid recipes. You are forced to deal with fucking trash recipes. And in my opinion, the requirements of these recipes is completely fucking abusive, to the point that this game ends up feeling like fucking digital torture. I haven't felt this level of hatred towards a fucking game since Where Winds Meet. That other trash fucking abusive game, that Parry's Love Simulator, well, this time I feel the same primal rage towards this fucking game. And the reason why, and this is why I don't like Souls-like slop garbage anymore, because I feel the same feeling when I am fighting a stupid, cheap, artificially difficult boss in Souls-like slop garbage, that I have to constantly slam my face into the keyboard over and over and over and over and over again until I finally get the correct RNG and finally quote-unquote beat the stupid boss. I am over that shit, and that same level of fucking dread is the same feeling that I felt crafting in this motherfucking abusive game. So maybe you don't understand why I say this, so I am going to explain to you why. So there are these stupid recipes that are basically nested. These are like those Russian dolls that are nested on top of one another. This is like that. The recipes of this game are like Russian nesting dolls. So let's give you an example. Let's say I am going to try to craft AI cores. Let's say I want to craft AI cores. So we are on point A, which means we have absolutely nothing, and we have to get to point B, which is having the ability to craft an AI core. To be able to craft an AI core, you need an advanced workshop. So for the advanced workshop, you need 50 Coralon ingot, you need 50 exolytes, 30 computers, 20 bio batteries. Now, to actually get the coralite, you need a powerful fishing magnet, and for that you need 1 exolyte, 1 cryogenic coolant, 1 bio battery. For exolyte, you need chromite and you need exolyte quartz. Now for the chromite, you need to either have a metal detector or to capture and make the saddle of a smoky, a pal that actually lets you detect this chromite, because chromite, if you believe it or not, is completely hidden. And only appears if you have either a metal detector or a smoky with a saddle. So to actually be able to craft this exolyte, you need a gigantic antique furnace. And for this you need 150 plasteel, 100 polymer, which come from the ranch. You need to put a fucking ranch, and then you need to oil from that ranch to be able to craft this polymer. You need 200 flame organs that come also from the ranch. You need to put a pal that delivers flame organs, and you need 12 computers. For plasteel, you need 2 crude oils and 5 ores. To actually be able to get this oil, you need a crude oil extractor, and for that you need 250 pal ingots and 50 circuit boards. And to be able to use the crude oil extractor, you need generators and pals that generate electricity. Now, for the sake of the sane of your mind, and because I don't want you to have suicidal thoughts, I am going to skip the part of the generating electricity, and let's assume we already have that, because like I said, I appreciate your lives. So you now need circuit boards, and for that you need 1 polymer and 2 pure quartz. Now you need to build computers, one of the most fucking annoying grinds in this stupid game. Let's make some fucking computers. You need 3 plasteel, you need 2 circuit boards, 2 bio batteries, and 2 carbon fibers. To make carbon fibers, you need 2 coals and 1 flame organ. Now for the bio batteries, you need 1 electric organ that also comes from the ranch. You need a pal that drops electric organs in the ranch. You need 1 refined ingot and 1 carbon fiber. With all of this, if you have done this successfully, now you were able to craft the advanced workshop. Good fucking job. Let's continue, because that's not the end of it. To actually craft the AI cores, you need 5 computers, 10 solar light ingots, 2 thermal cores, 1 ancient civilization core. To get solar light ingots, you need 2 pure quartz, 2 solar lights. Now, solar lights are not really difficult to find, but to be able to actually create the solar light ingots, you need an ancient furnace. You see, the old furnace that we built doesn't work. The gigantic furnace that we built before doesn't work. Now we need an ancient furnace, and for that we need 100 coralum ingots again. So we are going to have to go again to fish this stupid coralum. We need 20 thermal cores. We need 30 computers. 30 fucking computers, my man. And now we need thermal cores. And for thermal cores you need 4 flame organs, 8 coals, 2 corrosive solvents, and those are made with 1 venom gland that comes from pals, from venomous pals, and 1 sulfur. You need 2 exolites, and you need ancient civilization cores. How do you get ancient civilization cores? Well, the best option is to actually run the Terraria dungeon in this game. So you have this Terraria dungeon, and whenever you get to the boss and beat the boss, this boss gives you a recipe to be able to craft an item that allows you to summon a raid boss, and this boss, whenever you beat this raid boss, that boss drops ancient civilization cores. This is by far the best option and the easiest way to farm ancient civilization cores. At the very least, at this point in the game, before the World 3. So now you are able to build the furnace, the ancient furnace. Congratulations, you are now able to craft your first AI core. But you're going to need, you can't already imagine, you are going to need a shit ton of fucking materials to make your AI cores. And they are made really slowly, really fucking slowly. So I hope you enjoy pressing F, because you're going to press F a lot in this fucking game. So many people are going to say, oh, this is normal. This is normal for crafting games. Are you new to crafting games? Are you new to survival games? Motherfucker, I don't give a shit if you have this abuse normalized. I don't give a shit if you are mentally ill, if you are this mentally ill, that you're able to sit in your fucking ass eating Cheetos and only pressing F for like 3 hours straight. I don't give a shit if you're able to do that, because I don't. And I don't give a fuck if you already normalized this stupid behavior, this stupid abuse in your video games, because I don't. In my opinion, if you are one of those people that enjoy this quote-unquote gameplay, because this shit is not fucking gameplay, you probably have autism. That's the truth. And in my opinion, this should be a fucking test. Whenever a psychiatrist gets a new patient, they should just put them to play Palworld or any of these stupid survival fucking games and see if they enjoy them. if they fucking enjoy them, they can safely assume this guy has fucking autism. It's just fucking easy, because no sane person can see this fucking stupidity and think this is normal, that this is okay, and rationalize a fucking excuse of why this is good. This is good quote-unquote gameplay, because this is not fucking gameplay. I never reached the end game because I don't give a shit about this game anymore. I got to the World 3, but I am fucking done. I don't give a shit about this game anymore. Fuck this stupid game. I don't care. But this game actually demands from the player to engage with the stupid breathing, condensing, and giving souls to your pals to basically buff these pals. I wouldn't have an issue with the game doing that if there wasn't a ton of fucking extra grind like I already showed you. If the major part of the grind was buffing your pals, I wouldn't have an issue. But the problem is that to get to that point, this shit is fucking abuse. This is just digital fucking torture. And I don't want to be participant of this fucking digital torture. There are plenty of materials that are pretty fucking annoying to grind in this stupid game. Like oil, chromite, coralum, ancient civilization cores, pal oxide, and any of the fucking World 3 resources. Because one thing that I've noticed is that these fucking developers, each time you reach a new plateau, each time you reach a new objective, each time you unlock a new material, they put another hoop that you have to go through. You have to jump over these hoops over and over and over and over and over again. They put all of these stupid requirements in this stupid game, constantly making you feel like you're doing paperwork. You have to fulfill all of these stupid requirements, because the best example, the resources of the World 3. Why the fuck are these resources disappearing when I approach them? There is no logical explanation for that. It makes no fucking sense. You actually need to take a potion to be able to make these resources not disappear, or have a pal with you with a purple aura that allows you to farm these nodes. Now, why will the developers choose to do that? Why? Who wins with that mechanic? Is there anything to gain from making that shitty mechanic? The answer is no. The only ones that maybe win a bit is the developers, because now what they do is make all of these obstacles for the player, so the player is unable to beat the game too soon. This is all artificial padding. This fucking game should have been named PADworld, because it's filled with fucking artificial padding. It's fucking padding the video game. It's a fucking padding simulator. Everything needs another fucking requirement. Everything requires another procedure. Everything requires another fucking paperwork. It's just fucking requirements over requirements over fucking requirements over requirements over fucking recipes. It's just fucking annoying. There is no fucking reason why resources should be disappearing in front of me, and the only reason you do that is because you want to keep me grinding. It's because you have no fucking gameplay. Because let's be fucking honest. Let's be fucking honest. What is the gameplay of Palworld? The real gameplay of Palworld? It was supposed to be a game about exploring, capturing pals, and just building your base and crafting. But this game overly focused on the fucking crafting, and it's obnoxious, it's fucking abusive, to the point that the real gameplay of the game becomes pressing F, micromanaging stupid bases, micromanaging the food of your fucking pals, fucking managing every fucking resource in your fucking base. That's the majority of the gameplay you're going to be doing in this stupid game, and in my opinion that's not fucking gameplay. That's fucking not. The real gameplay was going out, exploring with your equipment, with your new tools, with your new pulls, finding new pulls, going through these stupid garbage dungeons and having fun. But somehow these stupid developers decided that 80 to 90% of the game was going to be pressing fucking F, and 10% doing what was fun at the beginning of the game. Exploring, capturing pulls, doing dungeons, etc. All of that at best is like 20% of the game. And I am being very fucking generous, because really it's more like 10%. Everything in this game is fucking obnoxious. Everything is a fucking chore. Making everything in this game is just fucking annoying, to the point that I wasn't even crafting a new weapon because of how fucking obnoxious and tiresome felt to even try to build a new weapon. The amount of resources that I was going to require to craft the ammunition, to craft the weapon itself, I just said, you know what, fuck this shit. I am going to let my pulse do the fucking damage. At some point I had to do it, specifically for the Pantalos boss fight, but other than that, holy shit, if your players are actively skipping parts of the game because they don't want to do it, there's a problem with your fucking game design. There's a big problem. If players are skipping having to actually build one of their fucking upgrades, if players are skipping building their future weapons, their upgrades to their shitty weapons, there is a huge problem with your fucking game. There is a huge fucking problem with your game design. If players are actively skipping upgrades, there is a problem. Another example of this fucking bullshit is fishing. Fishing is actually a fun minigame, but the problem is that the best fishing rod in the stupid game, you need to find it in one of those random fucking dungeons. So who the fuck knows when I am going to be able to craft this stupid final fishing rod? And even then, it's not much better than the previous one. So guess what you need to do to be able to actually fish in the endgame, because you are completely unable to fish in the endgame if you haven't gotten the final fishing rod, and you need to craft the best bait in the game, and obviously that requires fucking grind once again, and you also are going to need a pal with a passive that boosts your fishing rate. So I don't know if you have already noticed how this game operates, but every time you want to do something, there is a list of fucking chores, a list of fucking requirements that you have to go through in order to get to point A to point B, and it's fucking annoying, and it's not a fucking straight line. No, you have to go through a lot of fucking gymnastics, a lot of fucking bending over, a lot of fucking traveling. You have to go through fucking tournaments for the fucking exam, for the audition, for the contest, for the ability to make the fucking test, to be able to maybe get inside and make the fucking shit that you want to fucking do. It's just stupid. Imagine min-maxing your pulse in this stupid motherfucking game. Just imagine, fuck that shit, I'm not going to do it. Fuck this motherfucking game. I am going to be very blunt. As is, this game is fucking garbage. Every fucking Pokemon game is much better than this piece of shit. Just because of one single thing, the stupid recipes. They are fucking abusive, and there is no way to modify these set recipes. Now these clowns, guess what Pocket Pair is going to do? They are going to make a Palworld MMO. You see where this is going? These motherfuckers are making the game grindy, and they saw the possibility to apply this abusive grind in an MMO. And guess what? This is going to be a pay-to-win MMO, because what they are going to do, you can already imagine. If this is what they do in single-player games or multiplayer games, guess what they are going to do in massive multiplayer games, in online actually MMOs. Guess what is going to be the grind for those games? It's going to be exponentially worse. And what they're going to do is they're going to charge you for currency or some fucking bullshit to skip grinds, to speed up the fucking processes, all of these fucking procedures, all of this fucking paperwork. That's what they are going to do. So these motherfuckers are going to use this abusive fucking grind to make bank. You need to understand, this is the mentality of these pieces of shit. We are going to monetize the suffering of the gamers. We are going to monetize the fanatics, the blindfolded fanatics that can't see that our game is actually a piece of shit, that 90% of this fucking game is just pure fucking grind, mindless fucking grind, and there is only actually 10% of real gameplay in this shit. These motherfuckers are fucking evil. This game is like a simulation of modern women. This is a game that demands from the player a shit ton of garbage, a shit ton of fucking requirements. The expectations from the player are fucking huge, but in exchange, what does this game offer to you? This game offers barely anything. Let's be fucking honest. Palworld is like No Man's Sky 1.0. It's like the first version of No Man's Sky. That's how bare bones this game is. And fuck, even No Man's Sky 1.0 was much better. Guess why? Because this is like No Man's Sky 1.0, but it's like you were playing No Man's Sky 1.0 on a single fucking planet, with the inability to see other planets, to explore other galaxies. So this is even fucking worse than the first version of No Man's Sky, because you're trapped in one shitty fucking planet, dead fucking planet, and the only thing that you find is just shitty garbage, like in the first No Man's Sky, that barely had any fucking content. It's the fucking same. The dungeons are just fucking trash, and it's the best that you're going to find in this shitty game, the dungeons, and you can completely skip everything to the fucking boss. So essentially the dungeons are just glorified, or maybe just boss battles with extra steps. That's basically it, because they are not fucking dungeons. They are just fucking garbage. Everything in this game is lazily done, it's just fucking bare bones, and it could have been fun, and I could have ignored all of the issues and overlook a ton of things because they were indie developers, but fuck them now. Fuck them because they are demanding too much. They are behaving in a way that they think too much from themselves. They think they are worth a fucking lot, and they are not. In reality, their game is fucking garbage. So this is why this game is like Modern Women the video game. It demands a ton from the player, the expectations from the player are through the fucking roof, and in exchange you get a shitty fucking video game that is even worse than the first version of No Man's Sky. This is why this game is basically Modern Women the video game. The actual name of this game should be PADworld. Not Palworld, PADworld, because this game is just fucking padding. 90% of this game is just artificial fucking padding with no fucking gameplay. So what is the score that I will give to this game? In my opinion, this game is a 2 out of 10. It's a fucking piece of shit. You want to make a game with at best 80% of fucking padding and 20% of actual gameplay? Well, you're going to get that fucking score. You're going to get 2 points of actual gameplay, which is 2 out of 10, because I am sure as fuck I am not going to give you any fucking points for artificial padding as fucking gameplay. Fuck you, no. No. Pressing F and all of that fucking shit show that you have to do while crafting, while basically doing nothing, that's not fucking gameplay. And if you have normalized that shit, you are mentally ill. But I am not. So that shit is not fucking gameplay. 2 out of 10. Seed and Cope fucking fanatics.